everybody, how is it going? Welcome along. It's lunchtime.
Yeah.
And we've got Quantum Break. So we thought we would have a Quantum lunch break.
We do all the puns here. We will do all
I
the
was
best
expecting
puns.
some canned laughter there or something like that, but no, nothing. Yeah, that pun has divided opinion. Anyway, look, we're going to keep our chat pretty short today, and actually we're going to try and not talk too much over the course of this stream, because this is the first time we've had the chance to actually stream Quantum Break live. It is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, narrative-driven game, so we want to make sure that you see it the way it's supposed to be seen, which is without us yapping over the top of it. But get in the chat. Hello to everybody in the chat there. I see there's a lot of excitement in there already, so that's really, really good. Ask us lots of questions in there. I've got it in front of me. I know Ellen does as well, so we'll get involved in chat. There will be some quieter moments where we'll be able to talk a little bit about our experiences so far playing Quantum. I know you've played it a lot.
Yeah, so this will be my third time playing through this bit.
Check you out.
I've been very lucky.
And I got a chance to play over the weekend as well. So, we can try and answer what we can, but we really, really do want to make sure that you get the chance to see what this amazing game has to offer in the cutscenes and the dialogue. And then we're also going to show the first episode of the TV show as well. So there will be spoilers, but the section of the game we're going to show you is very early on in the game, so don't be too worried about that, and we'll always let you know when we're going to move into the TV show, and you'll have the choice whether you want to watch or whatever. So welcome along. I'm going to hand over to Ellen now. Why don't you tell us a bit about what where in the game are we, and what are we going to see today?
Right, well, we can't show you the very beginning, because the game's broken up into acts, and then each act is broken up into scenes. It's all very movie-like and very nice like that. We can't show you Act 1, Scene 1, because I think Remedy don't want to spoil it for you, because it really sets the tone of the game. Totally. It establishes a lot of different relationships, and it's, your introduction to the world. Also, there's a couple of Easter eggs in there.
It's stuffed with Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I think they wanted to save those things for when you actually can get your hands on the game. But basically, there's been a big time explosion, and Paul Serene is stuck inside the machine, and you're running away as Jack Joyce with your brother Will, trying to get away from all these Monarch people that have come out of nowhere and are trying to kill you. So that's where we're going from today. So
just
it's all quite exciting.
A normal Monday morning.
Exactly. So here we are. I mean, even the menu screens are pretty.
Do you know what? You're so right. I mean, one of the first things I noticed about this game, if you've seen any of the sort of Monarch Industries, like branding and some of their stuff, like everything's really super slick and clean. The whole game is gorgeous. Yeah. Every menu, the loading screens, everything, just the user interface, everything just looks really, really slick and cool. So
crisp.
It is a nice experience. Right, let's get in. Let's start doing this. So if you hear us go quiet, it's because we want you to enjoy what's happening on screen in the cutscenes and the dialogue. But yeah, definitely get involved in the chat, and we'll jump in there and get involved. So I can see there are some questions coming in already. James Watson is asking when's it out. It's April 5th, James, for Quantum Break. Master Ben's asking about the PC version. We're streaming on Xbox One today, Master Ben. But just remember, if you pre-order Quantum Break, you will get a Windows 10 version of the game included in there as well.
Yeah,
pretty serious, isn't it?
Like, because you get Alan Wake included anyway when you buy the Xbox One version, but you also, if you pre-order, you get Alan Wake American Nightmare as well.
Yes.
So there's all these little extra, like, nice incentives for pre-order.
And Alan Wake just went live on backward compatibility, I think last Thursday for Xbox One. Yeah. So if you had it on Xbox 360, if you've still got the disc or you had the digital version, you can actually play that now. And do you know what? I'm going to do a bit of that.
To get excited for playing more
as a
of this.
primer for more of this. And you know what? I never played Alan Wake's American Nightmare. No. So I've got that now on backward compatibility, so I'm going to get in and do that, because I think it's a good setup. Yeah. And to your point, there's a lot of Alan Wake references in here. Okay, right. I'm going to wished.
Okay, we just saved Will from a guy.
To the pulse. It must have altered your relation to the
So William's your brother, right?
Yeah.
What I just did back there. What the hell is happening?
That's what I'm telling you.
Not in the right language.
This is my favourite bit coming up. One of my favourite lines in the game so far.
I'll try to explain, but we have to go. Explosion make time go bad. If time is an egg, then that egg is fucking broken. The time egg is fucked.
What? Why is there an egg in this?
There's a fracture in time. It's breaking down, leading to the end of time, and door
What?
locked. They cut my security clearance. Ah, that didn't help.
Stand back. I'll get it open.
Alright, let's go.
HQ, securing the
Will.
server room. Over.
More of them. Hide.
So at this point, Alan, you're just discovering your time
coming.
powers, right?
Yeah.
Here.
So you haven't got your full suite yet, but we'll get a chance to work some of them out in a minute.
Paul about this. About the calculations. I tried to make you listen to me.
By shoving a gun in my face?
Yes, a gun. The universal symbol for shut the fuck up and listen to me.
Sound logic is always you.
Here on this side. We sure you didn't head back up to the lab? You could have gone back and tried to take the service elevator out.
This doesn't make any sense.
Way there.
How?
Orders
Why are you even here?
That's your biggest concern right now?
Backup's en route to flush him out.
Paul
You
brought me
don't
here to
know.
clean up your mess.
My mess? Do you even...
It's so tense.
Man,
So tense.
you heard her. Let's go.
You have no context for any of this, Jack. You weren't here. A lot happens in 6 years. This is bigger than us. Can't make it personal.
They're trying to kill us, Will. It's pretty goddamn personal.
Listen, getting you involved is the last thing I wanted. I'm sorry.
Right.
So that's a particularly tense part. Oh, here we go. Where we go now?
Fracture in time is only
So
gonna
yeah,
get
like we
worse.
said up top,
We have to stop this
there
before
will
it's too
be
late.
some minor
How?
spoilers. This is really early in the
First,
game,
we
so
have to
don't
get
worry
to my
about it
car.
too much. As some people
You're
have
better at the
mentioned in the
door
chat, there will also be some sweary words as well.
Yes.
So just to warn you after the fact about that.
Will, get out!
Target's armed. Opening fire.
Go.
Go.
Left down, Alan.
Oh, it's the coolest bit. Every time you finish off like the last enemy in the room.
Will,
So as you'd expect from Remedy, the gunplay feels really good, doesn't it?
It's good.
And the cover system is automatic.
It is.
I really,
It's
really like the way
good.
you snap the cover like that. It feels really fluid and natural, doesn't it?
Come on, man. There we go.
Nice.
Wait for him to reload and boom.
Will, are you okay?
So as you move to
think so.
cover,
But
Jack snaps into automatically
I know.
when you're in combat.
When you're
This
in
is way
it's,
out of
it's a bit like in
I'd
the
used the
Tomb
gun
Raider
before.
series, like the new Tomb Raider
been in a
games.
couple
It's
tough
nice,
spots.
it's natural, it
Never had an
works
army
really
pro
well.
gunman chase me.
And you'll, at the moment, you know, this is a fairly quiet encounter, obviously.
Yeah.
But as you start developing your time powers and you can chain them together, that
Not
that
good.
sort of immediate
not good.
cover mechanic
Yeah.
really
There's
helps
the
you to
elevator
move
to
from
the
cover
lobby.
to cover to chain those
Yeah.
time mechanics together
It's coming
and really
down.
get the drop on your enemies.
Yeah,
It's very
because we've got
slick.
another one here. So there he is. There he is.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, stick straight into him.
There we go. There we go.
You tell me.
Come around the corner. Come on.
This is my fault.
There he is. Just poke your head out, mate. Oh. Oh,
Watch
wait.
the yucca.
Watch. Yeah, there he is. Here he comes.
Maybe it's a cheese plant, sorry.
The AI as well is really clever. Oh, this
Behind you.
flanked me. He's flanked me. See, the AI is really smart in this. Too busy trying to show you different things. There he
Get
is.
to the back. Yeah,
Oh,
always.
smashing up the computers.
making a bit of space between you and your enemies is really, really important, because they do. They rush you.
They rush you.
They flank you. They work together as a team really nicely, especially when you get some of the other enemy types coming in, like the shotgun wielding guys. There you go, nice shot. So you haven't quite figured out why the Monarch guys are sort of hunting you down at the moment, but they certainly are, and they're not pulling any punches as well. So Jack hasn't properly got his first time powers yet, so that's why Alan is just using handguns at the moment. But I think pretty soon we're going to start to unlock them, right?
Yeah. See, this is just like to teach you kind of the basic combat.
Basic shooting mechanics, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to see if I can. There we go. Pick up lots of ammo.
You
Let's
can't
head in
go to
here.
your car. Monarch could be.
And Tremon, yeah, it is gorgeous, mate. It's good that you're picking up on that. It's really, really beautiful. The motion capture, the facial animations and that, you know, we've heard a lot about that.
We need to
from
get to my
Remedy.
car.
Okay,
Really
just
spot on
walk
when you
me
see
through
them.
this, Will. Okay, time's broken. Fine.
Oh, there's a really
Now you're
cool
saying
bit
we
coming
can
up.
fix it?
In theory, I built something for such an event years ago. But finding the countermeasure won't be easy.
The countermeasure. What? Okay.
What happened?
Maybe the door's still open. Let me try.
Oh!
So here we've got another
Will?
stutter.
Crap. Frozen again.
And now we can unfreeze our bro.
Somehow I could focus and unfreeze Will, even if the world was still frozen.
Stutter. She was right. About the fracture. About all of this.
I'm just stealing all their guns. This is the best thing in the stutters.
Where's your car?
Nice gun. There we go.
This way.
So yeah, Will's got something that could fix all this, and it's in his car. And now these are some characters that you meet in the very first part of the game. He is someone who has a hangover, is not very well in the first part of the game, but he's alright now.
It's one way to run it off, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what we saw as well is Jack has the ability now to pull certain people out of stutters, doesn't
Yeah.
he? If they're frozen in time, if he holds on to them, he can pull them out. It doesn't work with everyone,
I've
though.
met this girl. On my way here.
So let's try.
I'm gonna get her moving.
Right, let's try and see if it works on her.
She's not unfreezing.
Nope.
It worked on you. Why isn't it working on the others?
I don't know. It may have to do with chronon exposure.
Now remember that
Look at
girl,
them
because
all.
she'll show up again
It's a goddamn invasion.
later.
What are they doing? Why? They're taking everybody, every witness to what they've done.
Just stealing all their guns to make it harder for them. So this is an area that you walk past. See, that's different. This is different to what was there before. A little Easter egg will be there if you in the first part.
So a couple of questions coming in while we've got a quiet moment. So, or not quiet moment. Jim was asking if there's environmental things you can blow up, fire extinguishers or whatever. I don't think there are in this environment, but
not in this bit here, but a little bit later
yeah,
on.
classic red barrel action.
Yeah. The Remedy were really lovely when I went and met them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, there's the red barrels."
But the nice twist on the red barrels is that in this is when you chain them with your time
Yes,
powers.
with your time powers,
You can
it-
create some really cool effects
Yeah.
that really help you out as well. So that's cool. There's a question here. Hold on,
amazing.
loads of questions coming in. Just try to keep
Look
up.
at all these different posters for everything.
There you go. There's lots of Easter eggs in there. Have a wee look. Go back and have a look.
Let's go. It's
You can
is
zoom in a
it-
bit as well, can't you?
yeah.
Going first.
So if you've played Alan Wake, you might recognise a couple of things on here.
Ah.
Old Gods of Asgard is a good one.
Oh, is it all Finnish?
And there's
Am I not to Finland?
I wasn't able to figure out what it actually says, but I'm assuming it's some kind of like Finnish society. Learn the
exotic language of the mysterious Finns in this riveting bi-weekly language course. Take the dive with teacher Miko. I can't say that. Kepipato.
You need the class.
I need the class.
He's the only person that signed up as well. Look, check it out.
Bless.
That's amazing. He signed up for his own class. Good work.
Aww.
But there's lots of really good environmental details around, lots of environmental storytelling, lots of Easter eggs. If you know your Remedy games, then you'll find tons of stuff that's really cool and fun. So that's ace. Aaron Seddon's asking, how does the shooting feel? Mate, to me, it feels really slick and fluid.
Yeah.
And like it kind of goes along with what we were saying about that cover mechanic. Is everything just kind of flows together really nicely. And then as you unlock those time powers, you can really start moving from one ability to the next, still having that really fluid gunplay as well. So I think it feels great. What do you think?
It's brilliant. Like it feels, it's that like kind of visceral feeling. You actually feel like it's having an impact with the time powers as well. So it's pretty. It's one of those games where a lot of people said, I'm not sure by the look of it, but then once they actually got their hands on and played it, it feels so good to play and to chain everything together.
It feels. This might sound a weird thing to say, but for me it feels vaguely like Titanfall, in the way that in Titanfall it had this kind of effect where you saw something you wanted to do, and the controls allowed you to do it really fluidly. This has got the same sort of thing. You'll be in some situations where you've got multiple enemies, and you'll like figure out a pretty sort of over the top action movie way of dealing with them, and the controls are so fluid, the gunplay is so fluid that you'll be able to pull it off without even thinking about it too much. And it feels great because of that.
Look, what's on here?
What's
My
this?
car. They're patrolling the parking lot.
Hang on,
Oh,
we
God,
come back
that's-
to this room.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
we're
right back.
Here.
calm down, okay? I'll take care of this. I'll fight my way through. I'll get the car and I'll bring it around.
Are you sure you can handle this?
No. Are you sure you can fix time?
No.
Then we'll call it even.
So Zazzle J. Crow's saying he thinks it looks like Max Payne action with Alan Wake style noir, and I think that's a pretty good. That's a good way of looking at it actually. It does have that Max Payne fluidity to the combat, and of course all the visual effects that you used to from Remedy as well, and that slow mo, etc. It looks wicked. But yeah, it's got that Alan Wake noir.
Be careful.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Just let them say their piece. You know what it's got as well is that Alan Wake sense of humor. When you looked at Alan Wake to start with, it didn't look like the sort of funniest or the most tongue-in-cheek game, but it had some real funny moments.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is your first time power, right?
Yeah, time vision.
What the
So time vision reminds me of Pulse in
My powers were
The
growing.
Division.
Yes.
Started to sense things.
So it spots your
premonitions,
enemies,
Echoes from the past.
And it,
highlights collectibles, and lets you kind of plan out the way you want to take on
yeah.
the bad guys.
So like those blue
You should
things.
reload.
Oh yeah, I really should. Gosh, thanks for spotting that. Otherwise, I would have been
No
like,
worries,
oh,
I used
no.
my time vision. I saw it in the future, and I saw you having to reload when you're getting popped. So
Yeah, so we've got,
got
the blue things are also like ammo and different things that you can pick up, resources that you can use. But there's the red guys. They're the ones that we have to take out.
sneaky.
Sneak. See, so it's straight into cover, nice and easy. So here we are. So let's try and take
What are you gonna
out
do?
this guy.
supposed to be?
Oh,
Yeah, they've got pretty decent armor.
got him.
Oh,
He's flanked me.
I think there's like an SMG on that. Ellen.
I'm doing
Oh,
really
you're
well.
down.
That's literally the first time I've ever died in this game. I'm like, I want to show people cool things. Oh no, Ellen, just play the game. Just play the game.
Good point here, though. You're back in really quickly. No
Yeah.
massive reloads between
It's so
between
good.
deaths, so that's nice as well. A couple of quick questions while you're getting set up there. You get your assault rifle, good. Wipeout Warrior is asking if there's collectibles. Yes, mate, there are loads of collectibles. You're tracked in all the sort of environmental storytelling things you find, things you pick up. And there's achievements for a lot of that stuff as well. So yeah, lots of stuff to collect, and then go back and make sure you've picked up everything. Master Ben's asking, can you replay your chapter after you played it once? Yes, absolutely. And and one of the most, I think, exciting things about this is that it's built for you to replay and see how things can turn out differently depending on the choices you make. So yeah, definitely, you can replay every act, and you can play every scene within those acts
you can
as
choose
well.
individual scenes. Right, where are they?
That's
When they
right.
get flanked. There.
And from the top menu, you can drop in to those individual points as well, so you don't need to play through big chunks that you've already done to get to the bit you want to. D Silver Hawk's asking, can you get a sniper rifle? You know what? I haven't seen one yet.
No, maybe later in the game.
But maybe later in the game. There's definitely a really good range of like SMGs. The SMGs are really like tight and poppy, aren't they? Like really high rate of fire. The assault rifles are cool, and then there's a range of handguns as well, like auto handguns, burst fire handguns, heavy handguns. There's lots of cool stuff. Right, let's take a look at this.
This, I think, is.
I hope to God I'm not too late.
That's... I'm seeing the past.
And you can like replay them.
I hope to God I'm not too late.
So you can
There
see
we go.
the future again. Or the past, sorry. Get the right way round.
Either or.
Well, yeah, you don't know in this game. Oh. So here we're getting another tutorial. So time stop is RB.
Something clicked. I could reach out and stop time in a focused area.
The particle effects are so cool. Right.
Fuck. They're coming from right.
So what you can do is just time stop, and then line up bullets, and he's gone down.
Nice.
Right.
The time stop's kind of like a directional grenade, isn't it? So you can land it on top of them, sort of capture or not.
Or not, or like way over their shoulder, Ellen.
It sort of captures them in a time bubble, they freeze, and then you can stack up your bullets going into the time freeze, can't you?
Yeah.
And then when it wears off, they all hit at the end. And it's pretty it's a cool effect.
It is.
And by the way, the sound. I mean, I know you did a video on the
Yeah.
sound in Bottom, which is you can see on Xbox. The sound design in this game is something else.
It's amazing.
Deserves all the awards. Every time effect affects the sound effects and the music as well in a different way. And it's so cleverly done because it just feels totally natural, which is weird because bending time like this isn't natural at all.
No.
But it all hangs together so well,
It's
doesn't it?
done
Totally
so
fits.
well.
And you'll get like little echoes of people screaming. This will be
Think
great.
so. Oh, so
Change
good.
of plans. Screw the car.
Like
Yeah,
it
the-
affects the music and everything. It is so clever.
Gun reports will sound different. You hear people screaming like that kind of sort of elongated, like slow motion scream
Like
effects.
if you because
really
you later on in the game you come against these guys who also have time powers because they've got technology, and when you kill them in a time stutter, because they're the only people who can work in a time stutter, where as they die they fall out of the time stutter,
Yeah.
and their screams just like become stretched out, and it's so cool.
Nice.
Right, here we go.
Hi Xbox View TV.
You're Jack Joyce.
Where is he? Where's my brother?
They're taking him to the library. You might still be able to catch them.
Why are you helping me? You're with them.
It's more complicated than... Look, I don't know if you can make it, but you should hurry.
That's the first time you saw Beth Wilder.
Yeah, but definitely not the first time she saw me.
Here we go. Library Chase, Act 1, Part 3.
Wicked, so we're on to the next part.
Yeah. Do you want to have a play of it, Graeme? Or you're right with me doing it?
Enjoying watching you play it. Yeah, you carry on. So we've just seen Beth, who is quite an important character, particularly for Jack. She's played by Courtney Hope, who you might know from things like NCIS and Bones, and she was in the Divergent series Part 1
No time to lose.
as
I
well.
gotta get to Will.
All of the performances are great, I
Oh,
think.
they're brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in both
they're
TV
so
show
good.
and cutscene.
Yeah.
You know, Sean, who plays Jack Joyce, is awesome. You'll know him as Iceman from some of the X-Men films. I think Dominic Monaghan's really good as well as his brother William Joyce. Aidan Gillen as Paul Serene, obviously Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. He's ace. My favourite so far, though, is Lance Reddick, who plays Martin Hatch. He's like the chief operating officer of Monarch. He is brilliant in this. So like he's really intimidating and quite a scary character. Yeah. But I've got a feeling that there's more going on with him than that scary, intimidating side suggests. So I think we might find out more. But his performance, particularly in TV show, I think is wicked. He just like oozes intimidation. So yeah. So we want to have a closer look at this? Yeah, I'm just having a look at all the Alan Wake stuff. So Alan Wake experience, attend world events, all these different things. There's all these, just lots of little Easter eggs in this game, and it's so good. It's not a lake, it's an ocean. Takes me back to my uni days, doing English lit and film studies. Oh yeah. It's like a tear down of the stuff we used to study. Unfortunately, I didn't get to study cool stuff like Alan Wake. It was some Polish cinema from 1927 or something like that. Right. Yeah, there's a couple of comments coming in just about spoilers. You know, just again, we did say this up front. This is a very early portion of the game. We're only going to show a small portion of the game. So, you know, yes, if you're really, really sensitive about spoilers, then, you know, I'll let you make your own decision. But what we really wanted to do was kind of just show off what's special about this from a narrative point of view. And trust me, there's a lot more in the full game that you'll be able to enjoy. So don't worry about it too much. What else have we got coming in? S Arts is saying, can't wait to play the game himself. Good stuff. Few people like Mr. Rocktech and Sam Sant picking up on the Alan Wake Easter eggs. There are more subtle Easter eggs than that as well, we should say, right? Yeah, they're way more subtle. It's just like, look, Alan Wake. I was like playing it in Finland. I got very excited. Right, I've got an echo here. Let's see. So let's activate this.
Supposed to take William Joyce alive if he doesn't put up a fight.
Please, let me go. I can
shut the hell up. Look, just shut the fuck up, all right? Boss said to take him to the library.
Now, here's another bit. So there's a really good bit. We've got another little tutorial bit coming up.
Will.
Hello.
What? Look at that.
Fuck.
So. Oh, he got him. The other guy accidentally shot the other guy.
Oh shit.
Now, time dodge is the one. Need dodge it. There you go. This is my favourite ability so far. It's like, I guess it's like the Quantum Break equivalent of Max Payne's dive, because it moves you from one place to another. You do this and then you go in slow mo. Right. Oh, nice. You chained time freeze as well there. Get into cover. So yeah, someone was asking a question earlier about the health mechanic. You recharge over time, like I guess you do in Call of Duty, Battlefield, things like that. There's no painkillers or anything you need to pick up to heal yourself. There you go. Look at the environmental effects
it's
as well.
So
you
good.
see
You
that?
like
All
smash
that stuff
up
on the shelves coming on.
all the books fall off individually. There you go. Ooh,
use a time rush to get up close to it. And then focus time. Oh, that was sick. So
feels so satisfying.
Like you were saying, time rush moves you from one place to another super quickly, so it's great for getting from cover to cover or getting a drop on enemies like that. You can get right up close to them. You can also, like Ellen was saying, as soon as you've done time rush, if you then aim with left trigger like ADS, you get a little bit of slowed down focus time. To pick your shots, so that, again, that really helps you, get in the right position to make the shot, and then gives you a little bit of extra breathing room to pick off a headshot or whatever you need to do. It's wicked. And then what you did as well, which was ace, you chained time dash with a time freeze with focus time as well. Yeah,
you still had no
and that's
idea
like that's next level stuff.
Yeah, well, I was like, I'm about to die. I need to do something drastic.
And this is just 3 of the time powers. There's more to discover later in the game as well. So you really do start to feel like a bit of a time power wielding badass. There's a lot going on here. I've seen you. That was awesome.
Go. Get cover.
Yeah, powers definitely have a cooldown. I see Matt's picked up on that as well. But yeah, you see the icons on the right hand side. There are your time powers. That list grows over the course of the game. Yeah, and when you use them, the little white bar around the edge goes away like that, and then recharges over time as well. So with a time dash, I think to start with, you can fit in 2 before you're kind of cold and you have to recharge. And it varies for the other ones as well.
I thought I'd finished him off, but I hadn't.
Samsan, yes, we will be showing some of the TV show. We're going to show the first episode, although it will depend on which choices we make in here, and we're going to ask for your help on that.
Yeah.
And we're going to let that run, so you can experience it if you would like to. So yes, stay tuned for that. So that question about the cooldown on the time powers was from SW2999. So there you go.
Cool. So there's one guy down there. There's a couple of guys down there.
Sub Z-Doc's getting excited. Can't wait. 2 more weeks to go. That's right, mate. Why don't you switch and use your assault rifle?
I think I can have an SMG or an assault rifle.
Sorry. Use your pulse.
Take out the civilian.
That's right. Whoa. That's a bad time to reload, mate.
It's like, hang on, owed it.
One of the other things I love about this is all just the environmental, all the brands and everything around. Like, I would love a bottle of sizzle right now. That sounds right up my street.
Oh, it looks like there's a lime and an orange flavour. And then water for more health conscious as
That's
well.
right. And then there's things like, so the city of Riverport has an American football team called the Riverport Rexes.
Yeah.
They've got a really cool logo, and you see some bits and pieces about them around the place. That's sweet, isn't it?
See things I can pick up.
And all sorts of like little cool stuff like that. Like in terms of merchandise, this game would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
And Monarch is such a cool logo, that yellow M.
Ketchup and mayo.
And see the mop marks on the floor as well, and the lighting.
Yeah. It's
That's very
amazing.
cool. Shoot the ketchup.
Shoot the ketchup.
Hey!
Which will before it's too late.
Like a little subtle prompt from the game there to be like, stop shooting a bottle of
your
ketchup and go and
brother
save your
is
brother's
like
life.
missing. I won't get to see what mustard does. Yeah, mustard does the same. That's cool.
Right. Hi Mark, how you doing, mate? I'm Mark Fosbrook.
I need to return some fucking
Mark
books.
is gunning for Rio
Joyce.
for basketball this year. I met him at the special effects streaming game.
Oh, cool.
Good to hear from you, Mark.
I gotta find
Let's
a way in. I gotta get
see
to
what
it
else have
fast.
we got here. Can you upgrade something in Quantum Break? From Patrick. Hi Patrick. Yes. Is it worth? Do you want to just pop it in the pause menu just now?
Yeah.
We won't. I don't think we'll be able to. Oh, sorry. It's menu button.
Menu. There you
Right.
go.
So here's the. This is the timeline. This shows you.
Yeah.
You know where
So we
what
just
you've
did
discovered
that.
already. Yep.
And that's the first bit as well.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
And it tracks all your collectibles and everything, so
Yeah.
that's really handy if you want to find all that stuff. And that's great because you can resume from wherever you want. You can skip back and forth between chapters if you need to as well.
Yeah.
So I guess we haven't actually opened up the unlock menu yet.
No,
have we?
I think it's kind of at the end of the Act 1 because this is Act 1 is your nice tutorial that doesn't
essentially,
feel
isn't it?
like a tutorial.
Yeah. But
So-
Patrick, yes, you can level up your time powers
There's gotta be another
individually, so you can kind of choose which ones you want to be a little bit stronger in, and that obviously affects how they work together as well. So
Yeah.
you collect things in the environment called chronons, which are like little, I guess they're sort of like time orbs that you
Yeah.
can pick up and spend on your power upgrades. So yeah,
Where did that come from?
Right. So because you use time vision shows you the next bit that you have to get to, your next checkpoint. So now we've actually got a little puzzle bit coming up here. So we've got to get up there somehow. Now, unfortunately, you can't just like climb up that.
like I'm not the
That
only
would be
one
quite
with
cool.
a grudge.
why don't you turn on that?
Let's have a look at the radio.
Here I thought it was gonna be a quiet night, but it sounds like things have taken a real bad turn down at the anti-monarch protest at Riverport University. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've just heard about security personnel in the employee of Monarch Solutions.
Yeah, so again, if you know Alan Wake well, you'll know the radio broadcasts were kind of a big environmental storytelling part of that and really important for the narrative. You've got that kind of effect here. The radios have been upgraded though, they're nice DAB radios now.
Digital radio.
Holodrone says he's getting a Splinter Cell Conviction vibe. I think that's pretty fair actually, yeah. It's got that kind of feel about it.
It's good.
Vicky is saying, hi Vicky, how you doing? She's saying we might want to consider some sachets in the Xbox cafe if this is what Ellen does to bottles of sauce. Fair enough, she's always doing it. Shooting sauce everywhere. There was another question there that I was going to...
Alright, so here, we've got climbed up here and we want to kind of go over there so we can go up through to that window. But if I do this... Oh no!
I don't have time for this.
No, can't quite reach it.
What are you going to do, Ellen?
Okay. So,
Gotta slow that thing down somehow.
because like you've got multiple time powers, so there's different ways of dealing with stuff like this. But I found the best way to do this was not to shoot it. I'm just aiming. There we go. And it takes longer to go down.
Nice.
So, nailed it. Yeah, you did.
Jack, chill out, mate. That was an easy one.
There we go. Ooh. There we go. Right, up we go. Everyone's saying about how good this game looks. It does. It looks so good. It's so pretty.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Hi, the Teen Boy Gaming. How you doing, mate?
This is Airlift Prime.
Oh, Donjo on songs in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, get in. Oh. Who did that?
What the hell is going on around here?
I like the way he just looks at his hand going, did I just make his brain explode or something?
Yeah. Can I now shoot bullets? Jonah Bob is asking when he's going to start using his ice powers. He says it's a bit of a weird X-Men game.
Oh, yes, of course.
Very good, mate. Very good. There is a couple of X-Men. So isn't there like a couple of X-Men dialogue references? Or I think they do acknowledge that.
I'm personally looking out for the Animorphs ones because I was a big fan of Animorphs. Did you not know Animorphs?
I don't know what that is. Oh. What is Animorphs?
It was teenagers who could turn into animals.
Right, of course.
And he would turn into a Labrador.
Was he in that?
Yeah,
wow.
He was really good.
He turned into a Labrador.
It was one of my favourite shows as a kid. Right, they're going to blow up the library by the sound of some stuff there. So we want to be really careful. So what I might do is go...
Enemy spotted!
Okay, yeah. Go away. With you.
Yeah, because Time Rush knocks them back if you're close enough as well, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. That's cool. So that's why you get that sort of slow-mo knockback effect.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
There's
heavy
a heavy
pistol.
Yeah. Only 4 bullets in there at a time, though.
Oh, true. I might actually stick to my normal pistol for the moment.
So sorry, I was saying that
reload.
There's a couple of questions. Mark Hilton, I think, was asking about pre-order. Yes, mate, you can definitely pre-order it now. You can speak to your retailer, or if you go to xbox.com or Xbox on your dash, you can digitally pre-order. You'll get Alan Wake and Alan Wake's American Nightmare on back compatibility.
Yep.
And you also get a copy of Quantum Break on Windows 10 as well. So it was a pretty decent deal, I would say.
Yeah.
And let's see. So that answered. Someone else was asking about the FIFA community. Is asking the whole of the FIFA community is asking about. Have you ordered this game now? Am I too late to get Alan Wake with it? No, you're not. You'll still get Alan Wake and Alan Wake's American Nightmare if you pre-order. Joe, Don Joe on song. Hello, mate. Nice to have you along, Joe. Everybody in the chat. I know it's a sort of slightly different. Well, it's a completely different game and completely different world. But if you like Forza at all, look up Don Joe on song. He's in the chat just now. Edward Norton. Oh, there you go.
Edward Norton?
Don Joe on song's Forza vids are insane and amazing, and he's a legend.
Ooh.
Mark Hilton says he's never heard of Animorphs either, so you know, I'm in good company.
It's a library. I need to return some fucking books.
Missing out.
HQ, we've
Craig
got
Green saying,
Joyce
don't
in
think
the
any
library.
other game looks as
Waiting
good as this on
orders.
Xbox. I think it's definitely up there, Craig. And he asked, what other Game of Thrones actors would you think would be great if they were in Quantum Break? Good question. Good question.
I mean, you could have Sean Bean, but his character would die in the first bit, wouldn't it?
Well, talk about spoilers. What?
But it's
No, you're right.
just
Yeah.
because of Lord of the Rings.
Sean Bean would be ace. You know who I love is Brienne of Tarth
Oh, she's brilliant.
and Captain Phasma. She is.
She's so good.
That was. We're getting a bit off topic here, but that was the main thing that annoyed me about Force Awakens. I absolutely loved it, apart from the fact that Captain Phasma was massively underused because it was her. I wouldn't have minded if it was anyone else, but
It's like, I want to see more of her. She's
yeah,
brilliant.
she's.
So we've got a fairly big battle. Oh, and now we've got another thing that we're
Time
learning, time
shield.
shield. So, because that's what I was trying to use earlier in the first fight. I didn't want to spell. I was like, oh wait, no, I can't use that yet. There we go. Right, so find out where everyone is.
Rupert Litterbin is confused that we're streaming on a Monday. Rupert, we're only doing it for Quantum, mate. Quantum lunch break time. Hey, I can see red barrels or red canisters.
Gonna run around here, get away from some people.
Get a time freeze on a red canister.
Here we go.
Look at that.
Boom! Sorry, the pole was slightly in the way there.
Behind you, mate.
Oh, reloading. Hey! Time Rush is like when I first played it, I completely missed Time Rush, and then I played it a second time, and I was like, "What is this magic? I love it."
It's so good. I mean, that was a good
So
example
good.
there where the guy you took out was making a tactical move to get the
To
drop
get-
on you.
yeah, but then you
If you time it right, you can get in behind him.
So good.
Take him out.
Right, I'm gonna get some.
Get me out of here first.
Help my brother.
Wipeout Warrior saying he's been looking forward to the
We
game
have to
since
hurry.
E3 reveal and
Where's
can't
my
wait to
car?
play it.
I didn't
You've
like
been
the
waiting a
color.
while. Good on you.
What? No,
Worth
Jack.
the wait.
I need the.
Oh, got some
Hold
more.
that thought.
Got some more coming in. Right, let's get down. Yeah. Use a shield so I can pop my head out. Right, someone over there.
So it's a bit like the squad shield in Star Wars Battlefront, but the great thing about it is that you can actually shoot out unlike in Star Wars Battlefront.
Boo!
So it deflects bullets coming in from your enemies, but you can still take them on the inside. Now I have heard a couple of people mention that, you know, you see all these powers you've got here, all these time powers, and actually, like, you're pretty powerful straight away, yeah? But this is really early in the game. These guys, bless them, they look super cool, but they're pretty low-level enemies.
Yeah, they're very low level, these guys. In
And-
Act 2, they bump it up. This
Exactly.
is the nice tutorial. They want you to understand how to string stuff together a little bit and just get to grips with it.
Absolutely. Monarch knows a lot more about this time technology than you do as Jack Joyce as the player, so trust me, they've worked out some ways to do some really dangerous and challenging stuff with it that you'll need to
Yeah.
come up against. So yeah, that's one of the joys of this first section, I think, is that you do instantly feel really empowered, and you get to
Yeah.
play with all these time powers straight away. It doesn't like drip feed them to you too much.
No.
You don't have to wait ages to be able to do really cool things. But yeah, trust me, you come up against some...
Oh, and there's a thing here.
Oh, quick scan that.
It's a QR code. Everyone watching, scan it. What do you find? We scanned this the other week.
Did you?
And it just went to Remedy's site, but we're wondering if it might change at some point. But I just like little things like that, little cool Easter eggs.
Jonah Bob's
right.
asking, how strong is the aim assist?
It's not too strong. I mean, it helps you a little
tiny.
bit. I'm just like leaving Will to sit there for a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. But
It's
no,
like,
it's
mate, brother.
it's pretty good.
It's not-
but
it doesn't-
It's not easy mode.
Totally. It doesn't... If when you pop out from cover, if you're
She
nowhere
knows
near
about
an
the
enemy,
fracture.
it's not going to
It's not
snap
going
you
to
in.
snap.
And
yeah,
actually,
you
you
have
know...
to be on them.
Yeah, or you have to be
It
like...
just centers it.
I think it like detects your move towards that aim as you're coming
Yeah.
out of cover, and
It's
it
not
seems
that
to
simple, Jack.
seems to be quite intuitive that way. But
Safe.
yeah, it's definitely not kind
Look
of
around you, Will. Does
stop
this
and
feel
pop.
safe to you?
This isn't my fault.
and it was going to like put you on a headshot every single time. It's also got that nice thing, doesn't it, where it reminds me of Red Dead Redemption, where if you come out of cover, the auto aim is not going to, it's going to put you kind of like, I guess, sort of chest height on an enemy.
Yeah.
So you've got that nice little flick and fire if you want to
really
pop off
good.
headshots as well.
It's really good.
You start to feel like a bit of a boss.
Yeah. So there's a cool bit coming up.
Let's move before more of them show up.
But it's just like there's so many different types of environments. So we've been in like in the first section you're in like, and we just came through in Act 1 Part 2. You came through a very shiny building, and now we're in a very old library that's kind of falling apart a little bit.
Gears of War.
Yeah. Right. So there's a cool bit coming up. So we'll be quiet, okay?
Jack!
Paul?
Jack, we gotta go.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Paul, what happened to you? What are you doing?
Only what's necessary.
Think about this. You don't know what's at stake.
I know exactly what's at stake. That's why I'm here. You believe you can stop what's coming?
I'm giving you one chance to change your mind. This path, it's already said it can't be changed. The past, the future, I've seen it. I've lived it. For 17 years.
17 years. It was you, the first experiment.
Come with me and we can see this through.
Or hold on to your hope and burn with it.
Now listen, I built a device. I can stop this. I can.
You can't.
This is madness. There's no harm in trying.
There is. That's why I can't risk you opposing me, Will. It doesn't have to end like this.
We can't just let this happen. I'll never stop trying.
It took me years to come to terms with what must be done. But we don't have years.
Wait.
Trigger. I never wanted this.
You're not going.
So you're not the only one with time powers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Aidan Gillen's playing Paul Serene. He is the, I guess, founder and CEO of Monarch.
Yeah.
And has done a lot of research into the what's happening to time and the time powers. So he's a really powerful character. But also, again, I think quite conflicted as well, right?
Yeah. I think, like, you're kind of like, but they were friends. But it's because, like, he has the time power to see two different, like, outcomes. That's where we get, like, the forks in the storyline, is that he can see two different versions of the future. And so, like, but through that, like, in those little bits, and also, like, in the live show, you kind of get to know them, and, like, you know, the best. I was talking to some of my friends the other day, and we were saying about the best villains are the ones that you can actually relate to in a weird way, and you kind of understand why they're the bad guy.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a lot of confliction in the players as well. It's like,
Totally.
oh no, I don't want to, like,
Absolutely.
beat them up, really, but I do.
And speaking of Paul, why don't we
Yes.
so we've ended the act. This is one of the really interesting parts about What to Break now. So we're coming to a junction.
Yes.
So this is junction 1. This will influence what version of the TV show, which TV show episode we see first of all.
Yeah.
And they're really interesting because it puts you in the shoes of the man we were just talking about, Paul Serene.
My name is Paul Serene. I founded Monarch Solutions 17 years ago with a very clear purpose. There are those who would question my actions. I'm recording this as a final statement of vindication, a testimony of how things came to be. I've always been devoted to my mission. Never deterred from my goal, no matter the sacrifice. Because I've seen where this leads. I've seen where it all ends.
We have a problem. No word from Jack Joyce's transport. It should have arrived here by now. We may have a traitor on the inside. You're due for your treatment. I'll find who's behind this.
Find Jack. That's our priority. Get your best man on it.
There's more. As you know, Jack's level of interference led to unexpected complications. Witnesses from the university were transported here. You need to take a look. We can't afford any further obstacles at this stage of the plan. Now, I see two options.
So there, so Paul was at the center of the experiment that caused the first time stutter. As part of that, he has evidently seen the end of time. And Monarch Solutions is his way of trying to avoid that, or at least escape it. Maybe not for everyone, but for some people.
The choice is yours, but keep in mind, the men will view your decision as a unified strategy moving forward.
And that's Martin Hatch there I was talking about. So he's played by Lance Reddick.
So
he's
good.
absolutely awesome in this. Now, there's some interesting collectibles and examples of the environmental storytelling here, right?
I want this delivered to my office.
So in the very first part, when you're near the time machine, basically, you see this little ram, and apparently one of them like stole it from, like while the two of them, like when they were friends. Yeah. While they were away, they took it.
That's it, because Jack and Paul go way back, and were proper like best buds back in the day as well. So again, there's that sort of tension of their friendship, but you know, some of the things that Paul's seen and some of the things that are kind of bigger than that friendship, but he's still
wasn't the
torn
death
a
William deserved, but his knowledge posed too
And here's an
great a risk
example
to
of
our plan.
some of the storytelling you'll get around it as well. You'll find these dossiers and emails and tablets around with some of the background of the story as well. And I think that's, from what I've seen so far, it's one of the best ways of getting more information on the relationships between the characters and some of the backstory, what's actually happening behind the scenes at Monarch and what people's motivations are. So again, it's worth hunting them all out and reading through them. It's really cool.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk about the death of Dr. Kim here, so I think he's gonna be something to look out for, like his story.
It was the first time I'd visited the Ground Zero operation in ages. The location
FIFA community, yes. I mean, there's a bunch of cool Easter eggs we know about so far.
The location where my fate was
We showed a couple of them off earlier.
Ago.
There's a lot related to Alan Wake, so if you know that universe, you'll find a lot to smile over in this. But yeah, it's stuffed with Easter eggs and cool references. HFG 1860 saying he's going to get it now that he's seen some gameplay. That's great to hear, mate.
Stone cold, man.
Someone else was saying... Michael White saying he has to leave because he can't see any more of this until I own it. We'll let you off, Mike. Totally understand, mate.
Visions from the future which made it clear that
Hi, Radio Toradara.
Soon.
Another dossier there, okay.
So we had Jack Joyce and Will Joyce, and then a little thing about Ground Zero.
Cool. Now, one of the other things Martin was explaining to you there in the dialogue was that the choice you make now definitely has an impact on the TV show, it has an impact on the game as well. The point he's making is that it'll have an impact on the whole of Monarch Solutions for the rest of the game as well.
Awaiting your orders on how to proceed.
So, if we go up to him and have a chat.
My powers grew stronger, even as the Chronon syndrome worsened. I could choose a path that would become the actual future, but it wasn't optional. The moment wouldn't end until I made up my mind.
So, junction power reveals two potential futures. Your decision at each junction point will steer the stories of both the game and the live-action show. Choose wisely. So, this is where we want you guys watching to help us decide what to do. So, let's first... So, you've got two options, and you can you got your triggers here to see the 2 different options.
Yeah.
So,
And this is really cool as well, right? Because a lot of games give you options and choices.
and they don't have much impact.
Exactly. Well, there's that, but then there's also the fact that you maybe get a line of copy to
Yeah.
explain what the choices are,
But
or maybe a
here,
bit of
yeah.
dialogue. Whereas here you get an actual cutscene preview
Yeah.
of what those choices are. So it doesn't tell you everything, but Ellen will show you just now. So
Yeah.
we'll start with Hardline
Let's
first.
have a look at Hardline.
So we need your input on the chat as well. So watch these, and then you can tell us which one you think we should go with.
Monarch would take a hardline approach. Crush all obstacles, eliminate all witnesses. It would be harsh. But I had made hard choices for the greater good before.
I dug through the area and I found everything I could on your bro. This is messed up, man. I trusted Monarch.
But the people of Riverport would turn against us. Our secrets would be safe, but the public would hate us, and Jack would gain new allies.
Monarch's got no authority to stop you, and you tell that to everybody on that bridge.
Okay, so hardline means all witnesses will just be taken out, and it means that more of the public will support Jack, and we will be anti-Monarch.
And it has an effect, of course, across the whole of the Monarch company as well, because all the security forces will know that they have to take a hard line to all of that.
Yeah.
You know, from a PR point of view, it has an impact. You know, all so and just general employees will be impacted by that as well. So that's option A. And it's worth pointing out the lassie that's there is kneeling down.
Yeah.
You may recognise her from earlier. She was the one we tried to bring out the time stutter and couldn't.
Yeah.
And she was the sort of ringleader of a protest against Monarch earlier in the game. So, you know, it's her life is at stake here.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the PR preview.
Initialize a PR campaign.
I want a statement.
And that violence was because of Jack Joyce.
Monarch would take a PR-friendly approach and manipulate the public into siding with us. Our lies would give us control.
The manhunt continues as authorities search for Jack Joyce.
Hey, somebody's sneaking around down there. Hey! I think that's Jack Joyce!
We'd use the media to expose, then hunt for Jack.
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station.
But the eyewitnesses would be out there, and Jack would learn our secrets.
All right. So we've got our choices. Now, a couple of things I just wanted to say here is I think what's really cool is that by putting you in the shoes of Paul at this point to make this choice has a really interesting spin on what happens to Jack, who's obviously your main playable character, right? Because there's options here that will work well for Paul, arguably, and not work so well for Jack. And then options that will maybe work a bit better for Jack, but not so well for Paul. So it's like, do you want to make your experience as Jack a little bit potentially easier or
tougher,
more challenging? Do you want to save lives, but by doing so, like, endanger other people's lives? Or, you know, and how do you work through that? And then also, the fact that from that preview there, we just saw that you know, this girl's life is at stake here, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just, do you want to choose a red t-shirt or a blue t-shirt, and that'll affect the rest of the game. It's like, and when you add in the TV story and the narrative afterwards, we're talking like a full character who may or may not be there, depending on what choice you make. So, shall we find out from the chat what they want?
Seems to be a little bit of a split, kind of siding on hardline at the moment, but let us know. Keep chatting in the chat. Yeah, hardline is going a bit more. I think everyone wants to see what everyone's curious, because I've only done PR, so everyone's like, kill everyone. It's like a bit harsh.
I like it. It's got like lots of PR and hardlines, and then Justin Bird's just saying hello. Hi, Justin. Shane Laughlin says go hard or go home. SW2999 can't decide. David Dodd wants PR. Lots of choices.
Hollow wants PR.
Right, maybe like
wants hardline.
10 seconds more.
Yeah. A few more shouts for PR.
I think the choice is pretty clear from my point of view.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, someone's made the point already. Like, Paul Serene is the villain.
Yeah.
He's been set up as the bad guy.
Yes.
So let's be the bad guy. I mean, we can be the good guy with Jack Joyce. So when I played this, I went hardline straight away. It wasn't even an option for me.
You press the button then. I'm not pressing the button.
But hold on, we need to.
I'm
seeing a lot of PR now.
Yeah, it's because people heard were like, oh no, Hardline's winning, and so they were like saying PR, and they feel bad because she went, yeah, this girl will die if you choose Hardline. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Someone's put Marcus has put both. Well, thing is, you can do both. Like you know, I'm planning to do a couple of playthroughs. One where I choose like the slightly nicer choices, and then one where I choose the slightly harsher one.
But I also have a feeling that it's not going to be black and white like that, right?
Oh no.
Sometimes when you choose the nice, what you think is the nice choice, I think it's going to have a hell of a sting
still,
to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we need an objective opinion on this, so I'm going to look over at the producer here. Hardline. We're going hardline, so I'm going to press left bumper to confirm that choice.
We're taking the hard line. Any potential threats to our plan need to be erased.
Take her and the others to the Ground Zero operation.
Make it quick. Painless.
No, wait. Please! Please stop! Please! Help me!
Jack! There's no other way out. I'm going through the machine.
Oh, wait. No! Jack! This way! Jack!
I use my power to guide us. To decide how to best prepare for the inevitable end of time. That gives the chosen few a chance to survive.
I've seen the end of time.
Ooh.
Yes. Again, this is super cool, right? Because I mean, a bit like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You get these points at the end where, depending on the choices you make, you'll be able to see what your friends have chosen and what the community's chosen as well. I find this amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this game isn't fully released yet, so this is, not everyone has their hands on it, but only 28% of people who've played it have chosen Hardline.
At the preview events, most people also chose PR. I think because
What a bunch of wimps!
Well, the girl's sitting right there.
Yeah, but I'm Paul Serene.
Like, oh, no.
He's got a problem he's got to take care of. Yeah, it's one life, but he's trying to save everyone.
On my account, we can see that Graeme, on his playthrough, went for Hardline.
Yes.
100% of my friends here played this.
Well, I know when I did this last night, there's a few people on my friends list who have been lucky enough to play Quantum Break already, journalists and people like that.
Yeah.
Even on my friends list, massively skewed towards PR.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone's taking the PR
you're a
route.
monster.
I am, and I'm happy with that. That's why I play video games.
Yeah, so now it's the live show it'll go into.
Yeah.
So we're going to
pop us back on screen, Matt?
Yeah.
Hey, we're back.
It's going to be we're going to show you the live show now of the hardline choice.
Yep.
Also, before we go into it, there's things that affect it as you're playing through the game. You were talking about the kind of the time orbs that you pick up to power up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are different things that you can find that will affect the live show.
Yeah.
So like each of the two live shows has different variations of each one because you've found certain things in the world.
Yeah.
Like, they've put so much work into this. But basically we're going to show you this first bit.
Totally. And just to pick up on that, what that actually means is there will be individual little scenes or little references and in the live action show
that are different every single time,
depending on what you found in the levels as well.
It's
and of course then you've got a different live action show depending on what choice you've made. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you can take this story.
Yeah.
And I think what you'll see is the production value on this live action show is super high. It looks as gorgeous as the game does, really, really slick. And I was really impressed with the scripting and the dialogue and the performances in the episodes I've seen so far. So I think, without further ado, we'll kick it on. So again, this is the first junction, so it's the first TV episode you'll see in the game, depending on what choice you make. So naturally there will be spoilers here. What we wanted to do was give you the option, so we're going to let it run and we're going to shut up and let you enjoy it. If you want to watch it, then great. It's not going to spoil too much of the overall Quantum Break experience for you, and I think it's a great way to get a sense of how this all works. If you would rather just enjoy it for yourself when you've got Quantum Break in your own house, in your own home, then totally feel free. It'll run for like about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll pop back on and wrap things up.
Yeah, and we'll jump in the chat so we can like chat with you about what
live
we think.
chat.
But we just don't want to talk over the show because we don't want to like.
It deserves
get in the way
better,
of it.
frankly. All right, so hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining us so far. We'll jump into the chat now. I hope you really enjoy it if you stick around and watch. All right, see you soon.
Time's up.
What do you want?
Names, witnesses, anyone who might implicate Monarch. See those two men on either side of you? Well, I'm going to stand. I'm going to leave. And the one on your right is going to shoot you in the head.
Fuck you. Wait!
What's wrong with you?
Liam, walk with me. Seems your work's been undone. We just lost communication with Jack Joyce's transpo.
How the fuck does that happen?
Knowing how isn't important. You just need to find him. Wincott is working on a location.
Great.
What is it?
What?
Something's wrong.
University. That's not how we operate. It was sloppy.
Have all your operations gone smoothly? Go home, Liam. Wait for the call. I'm sure your wife misses you.
This is an official Monarch used as private security forces.
Okay, now, City Hall servers are on a different platform than the rest of Report because they have all these government contractors who need two-way access. That means weaknesses. So, all we have... Huh?
Where?
Where what?
Weaknesses, you said.
Shut the fuck up, Bernard. Now, all we have to do is identify as a client who had previous access, maneuver our way through all the holes poked in the firewall, and assuming all these ports are just left open, then all we have to do is use protocol numbers and just move our way up. Simple? Come on. Come on. And we're in. Yeah? Street cams, dash cams, computers at headquarters. I mean, hell, I could hijack police scanners and put out an APB on your mom. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Coffee?
Yeah, I know, it's coffee. What the fuck is it doing on my desk, Brenner? Have you ever seen one of these? You know what it is?
Coaster.
Coaster. Yeah, do they have these in Idaho?
Iowa.
Whatever. Use it. Now, you tell me what's next, Brenner?
I don't know.
I know you don't know, and that makes me sad for you. All we do now, we draft an email to Mayor Rackley letting him know that Monarch is offering their private security forces, which of course he's gonna take because at this point, without him knowing, we've tied both his hands behind his back when he wasn't looking. And that, Brenner, is how you take Riverport under Monarch control.
It's fucking awesome.
Shit. Mr. Hatch, perfect timing. I was just...
Wincott, where are we with Joyce?
Joyce, yeah, I've got the cameras. I just need to find a locale.
Keep an eye on it. And when you find him, contact Burke directly. I think we have a traitor in our midst.
Traitor? Hello? I'll let you go, Mr. Hatch. Thank you.
Was that Martin Hatch?
Get the fuck out of my office. Get the fuck out of my office. Fuck. Give me something. Come on, Joyce. Em?
Things have been really bad at work. I'm sorry.
I dreamt you were a cat.
A cat?
Mm-hmm. With these big furry bear paws. Way too big for your body. It was a strange creature. But I knew it was you.
I have to get back to work soon.
You work more than any field manager in the history of field managers. Baby, you haven't been home in 2 days.
Your mom's being difficult.
Oh, I'm
She's
being difficult, huh?
She's being very difficult. What
Stop.
What?
I don't think that's the baby. Okay. You would.
Close your eyes.
It's okay. Go.
Yeah.
Burke, we got a lead on Joyce.
What is it?
I was able to track his transpo to a warehouse on Burgundy and Wilkins. It's inside Ground Zero perimeter. Sending you the coordinates now. I gotta go.
Private security. Things have cooled off for just a moment, but from the reports I'm getting, it seems like this is becoming a very volatile situation, one that could boil over at any moment. Riverport police are asking that citizens stay clear of the area and avoid... Demolition is not yet known, but foul play has not been ruled out. Dozens have already begun picketing outside of Monarch's headquarters, demanding answers. Our thoughts are with the families of Amy Ferraro and all others who are missing at this time. More on this story as it develops.
Paul, there's been a development.
Jack.
You've already seen it.
Tonight on the island. He'll be there, and he'll want revenge. I need him stopped, now.
I think our focus may be somewhat misguided here.
Your fifth column traitor?
You shouldn't take it so lightly. Joyce got lucky. He escaped. He's gone. He wouldn't be foolish enough to come back. Our only vulnerability is within, Paul. You should see that.
Telling me what I've already seen.
You're not thinking clearly. You need your treatment.
You've been the face of Monarch for all these years, Martin. But let's get clear on something. This is still my ship.
And I simply don't want to see you go down with it.
Just find him.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to take you live to a press conference Riverport's own Mayor Rackley is currently holding regarding last night's violence at Riverport University.
The Riverport Police Department is currently investigating the premature demolition of the university library. Monarch Solutions is lending a hand in this investigation. I want to encourage the people of Riverport to offer them every assistance in finding those responsible.
Two bacon and egg sandwiches?
Thanks.
A government bill to crack down on laboratory experiments on animals is expected to become law today. Animal rights activists.
What's up, IT?
You wish I was IT. Hey, you don't have security clearance being here.
Security clearance.
Access granted.
I thought you might have been up all night, so...
You didn't get the runny kind, did you?
No, it shouldn't be. It's cool, they're new. Oh, man.
Fiona Miller. Terminated. You're fired.
So what's the 411? What the hell's going on out there?
The 411?
Yeah, the 411.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine?
Everything's fine.
There was a shootout at the university last night.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
All right. You think they're gonna cancel the party tonight?
Are you kidding? No way. Hatch knows what he's doing.
You gonna go?
To a party? Me? Go to a party. I don't know.
We can roll together if you want.
Okay. Yeah, alright, I'll go.
Okay, buddy. What are you gonna wear?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go naked.
Nice, I like that. I gotta get back to my desk, so see you tonight?
Yeah. I'll see you tonight.
Yep.
Buddy.
Liam, this isn't what it looks like.
Fuck, Beth. I really didn't want it to be you.
You need to listen to me.
Step away from the van. Step away! Right now! Drop the gun.
I can't do that.
You have 3 seconds till I pull.
I have better reflexes.
And you're a marksman for shit.
No. No! Shit. He's gone. Do you see what's happening?
The stutters.
More and more.
Beth, what is going on?
Time is breaking down. The end is coming, and Joyce could be the key.
Wait, the end of what? Beth, the end of what? The end of what?
Of time. Of life as we know it, the entire universe, gone. And somehow, Monarch has been preparing for it. They knew it was coming. There's this thing. It's called a lifeboat protocol, and it can save us, at least some of us.
Your hands on your head, down on your knees.
Brown.
Wilder, do not make me ask again.
Oh.
Joyce just took down half my men. You think maybe he had some help?
We're unarmed. I was responding
I
to
do not give a
call.
fuck.
Hey, I am with Monarch.
On your knees!
If they take me in, then it's the end for me. And for you.
Down!
Just do what he says.
Do not let them take us. We'll never find the lifeboat. Think about Emily.
Just relax.
Liam!
Shut up!
This lifeboat protocol. What is it?
I don't know. But Dr. Kim was at the center of it.
Dr. Kim?
If you can get into his lab.
It's impossible. It's been closed up since he disappeared.
Do you know anyone who could get you in?
Come on, guys. 29 down. 40 more to go. And one more. Thanks, Fiona. It's disgusting. Holy shit. Lamberg. Gotcha, buddy. Hatch is gonna love this. Oh, shit. You fucking golden boy. Gotcha.
Monarch employees, the food trucks will be parked outside till 2:30.
Charlie! I need a favor.
Yeah.
Could we talk somewhere private?
I'd really rather not.
In your office would be good. It'll be really quick.
Yeah. So what happened with Joyce?
Oh, there's nothing there.
Huh? There's nothing there? He just wasn't there? Like, or what?
No, Hatch, he reassigned me. He wants me to secure the perimeter lab on the island. He thinks Joyce might go there. He sent me here to get access to it. Can you help me out?
Yeah, sure. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you.
You know, it's really funny that you say that that lead on Joyce was no good because I don't know. It sure looks like he was there, and that other guy kind of looks like you. But that's weird because you work for Monarch, and that guy clearly does not work for Monarch. Now I can zoom in. Hey, wait, stop killing me! Because I just put a high security alert out on your ass. You got about 20 seconds.
You're bluffing.
Hey, you're welcome to stick around and try to find out.
You know what I'm gonna do to you.
I have a pretty good idea what Monarch's gonna do to you. In about 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Good luck, buddy. 9, 8. We need all points converged on Liam Burke. He's armed and dangerous. Listen up, he's on level B, near the main overpass.
Just a reminder to Monarch employees, get your flu shots. They are free of charge. Get them in HR.
Fucking idiots!
Liam, stop!
He's not invincible. He's not a fucking superhero. Brenner, I'm dealing with it. Yeah, I know. He's in the building. Yeah. South parking structure. I repeat, south parking structure, 4th floor. Second floor. Gotta cut him off. He's heading out the entrance. No, come on! Okay, he's heading south on Eastman, Phantom team, he's headed to you. He's flying, look out.
Copy.
Cut him off, go.
Come on, you got this. Stick with them. Get me alongside him.
First Street. Head into the alley.
Copy that.
Corner it.
Hey, we're back. That was good, wasn't
That
it?
was so good.
I ate a whole packet of wine gums. I was so excited.
I did as well. Yeah, it's a popcorn.
You're still eating
it's
one?
Real popcorn filler. So good.
Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone in the chat. It's been good to have a laugh with you and to try and answer some of your questions and to hear from you about how excited you are about Quantum Break. Hope you enjoyed the live action show. It's good, right?
So good. I mean, like, 'cause in the past, sometimes people get, like, they take a video game and then try and turn it into a film, or it doesn't quite work. This is how it's done, man.
Yeah,
This is
totally.
how it's done.
It is. It's. We should acknowledge the fact that it's been pretty bad in the
Mhm.
past when this kind of things happen. But like, I was really
That was
pleasantly
brilliant.
surprised. The script's good. Dialogue's really like sparky.
Mhm.
Performances like feel really natural.
Yeah.
And it just, it doesn't feel like too stagey.
No, not at
and then
all.
like the set design and everything looks wicked as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So it like really matches the way you see Monarch in the game.
Mhm.
Reflects in the TV show as well. So that's
And
very cool.
There was the thing that you pointed out. There were two guys that we saw sitting at a table.
Mhm.
And when you played it and you watched your episode, they actually spoke. And
Yes.
You saw them talk about something because you'd picked up a particular collectible.
Totally.
So there's all these little different extra scenes that you earn by getting all the collectibles. So go.
And we
look
did
for
see
those.
the little ram statue
Mhm.
that Paul and Jack had picked up on their road
Yeah.
trip. You saw that in the background of one of the scenes. If you hadn't picked that up, then that wouldn't have been there.
No.
And so you would have got a different. So there's just a couple of
That's
examples of the way it changes. So that's it. That's
Yeah.
it for just now, I think.
Yeah.
We need to go and actually get some lunch, even though we've done quantum lunch break.
Yeah.
We've just been insisting on sugar. So we're a bit twitchy.
Sure.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. So Quantum Break is out exclusively on Xbox One and Windows 10 PC on April the 5th. You can pre-order it now. If you buy Quantum Break, you'll receive Alan Wake, which is available now, backward compatible on Xbox One. You'll also get The Signal and The Writer for Alan Wake as well. If you pre-order at participating retailers, so ask around, you'll also get Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which I haven't played yet, but I'm really excited to do. That's also available now, backward compatible on Xbox One. And if you pre-order Quantum Break for Xbox One in the Xbox Store, you'll get all of that, and you'll also get the Windows 10 version of the game at no added cost as well.
Yeah, and it's great because you can like transfer saves. So if you go into someone's house, they don't have an Xbox, why? But if they do have a PC, you can carry on playing, show them Quantum Break and how cool it is.
How about that? So it's a pretty special offer. April 5th, we're really excited about it. I'm glad that we were able to share a little bit of Quantum Break with you today. And what's really nice for us is that we get to go and play some more.
Yeah.
What else have we got this week on Xbox One?
We've got a few videos coming out because it's Easter coming up. So tomorrow we've got a cool video that you check out, and then also on Wednesday we're going to be doing another stream, but from our normal time of 4:30 till 6. So jump on and have a watch of us
That's
playing
right.
some fun video games.
And Ellen and Benny put up a Division Easter eggs video yesterday, which is
yeah.
really, really good. So make sure you
Mhm.
check out that as well. There's loads of stuff in there that I didn't
Yeah.
even know existed. It's really good fun and funny. So yeah, that's it. We'll let you go. If you haven't had lunch, go and get a pot noodle or something now. We're going to do the same.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon on Xbox On.
See you.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.